Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening to all my students. Hopefully, you are in good conditions right now. Okay, today we will continue our class. Is based on the chapter number 4. Uh, the, the title of the chapter number 4 is Occupational Hazards and Control. Okay, let me share the slide. Uh, okay, in this chapter, uh, in maybe in 12 hours, okay, we will look on the subchapter 10 subchapter, that means introductions to industrial hazards, until subchapter number 10, chemical hazards and chemical safety management. uh, so you keep asking, uh, what is the industrial hazard? Okay, look at these pictures. Okay, you are when you are graduate and will join the industry after you have studied, you are being exposed to many hazards and risks. Okay, so that's why one thing you have to know the industry hazards. So hazards actually is a term associated with a substance that is likelihood to cause of injury. So hazard actually is to cause an injury in a given environment or situation. That is the definition of the hazard. And industrial hazards may be referred, okay, as any condition or substance produced by industries that may cause injuries or death to personal or loss of product or properties. So to make it this more understanding more institute to make it more understood. So you have also to know the term of the definition of safety. So safety in the simple terms mean freedom from the occurrence of risk or injury of or loss. Industrial safety actually refers to the protections of workers from the danger of industrial accidents. Hazard is potential to substance to cause damage. That is you have to remember. Risk is measure of probability that harm will occur under defined conditions of exposed hazard. So in some industry plants, by the nature of their activities and the substances they use, constitute hazards which are all the greater when they are located close to residential areas and their residents are particularly exposed in the event for accidents. So it's very dangerous if you are in nearly the industry plants. That's why it is very important to you to know and to prevent from this industrial hazard happens. Workplace hazards can come from the wide range of sources. Okay, actually in the table, this is some of examples of the hazards based on the substance, material, process, and also practice, and etc. that has been ability to cause harm or exert health effects to the person under certain conditions. For example, I took I take one role here. Okay, when we talk about workplaces, workplace hazard. Okay, think example of this hazard is knife, and what it will cause? It will cause cut. Okay, another example is condition. Okay, workplace hazard is condition, and the example of this hazard is wet floor. So what happens? We have wet floor. It will cause slip or fall. Okay, that is some of the examples that a lot of examples that we can be applied, but is a few of the examples that I've shown. Okay, this is workplaces can cause hazard. Okay, exposure. Okay, why would we worry about hazards? Of course, accident or near miss in the workplace lead to listening's productivity. So that is why we would worry about hazards because number one, it costs time and money to retrain a new workers. Two, new workers are not initially as productive as more experienced workers. Three, goods and equipment can be lost in the accident, costing the enterprise to replace it. So next one is other workers will feel afraid or unhappy to working in a place which could injure or kill them. And of course, number five is this harm productivity. Okay, there is some reasons why we will worry about about hazards. Okay, like this picture, you see, uh, maybe in this situation, hazards or risk and then harmful to these people or workers will occur, and then will exposed to the hazard in the workplace, away cause injury, illness, or other adverse health effect. Okay, not necessary to answer this question if you need to know, okay, what hazard are present, how a person exposed, what kind of effect could it result from the specific expose of person experience and blah blah blah. Okay, and this one is a workplace hazard examples. So as you see here, potentially damage hazard, work environment, manual handling, ionizing radiations, energy, more event, biological properties, and so on. Okay, identifying hazards at workplace. So this is some of the step or some of the process how you will identify the hazards at the workplace. Observe your workplace, number one. Okay, the first one you must observe your workplace. Sorry, investigate complaint from workers, examine accident and near miss record, examine sickness features, use simple survey. That means to ask your co-workers about their health and safety concerns. Use a checklist to help you to inspect your workplace. Learn the result of inspections that are done by the employer, the union, or anyone else, and read reports or other information about your workplace. And the point you must remember is occupational hazards can be controlled. Okay, that is the point you have to remember by a variety of methods. So the goal of controlling hazard is to prevent workers from being exposed to occupational hazards. That is the point. Okay. So the most effective control measure is to control hazards at the source by eliminating these hazards or by substituting a hazardous chemical, example, machine, work process, and etc., with a less dangerous one. So it is important to recognize hazard and health and safety problem in your workplace. So there are five general categories of control measurements: elimination, substitutions, engineering controls, administrative control, and personal protective equipment. A combination of methods usually provides a safer and healthier workplace than relying on only one method. So you can look on the these measurement methods or try these process methods to and combine all these to make it more safer and healthier workplace. So PPE, okay, personal protective equipment should be the last choice in your control measurements. Okay, this is like the last chapter, lecture number 3. Okay, you also have been introduced about PPE. Okay, how to control the hazards? Okay, control is the eliminations or activations of the hazard in the manner such that the hazard does not pose a risk to workers who had to enter into an area or the work on the equipment in the course of scheduled works. Okay, like these examples of the pictures, that means somebody workers at the right, and then it smells deep some sources of acids from source and air path to the nose of these workers, and it will suddenly happen emergency. So hazards can be controlled at 3 levels. That means from this picture we know that we have the source, the path, that means air, and the receiver. We can use engineering control as either examples, modification, isolated process, administration control, okay, educations or trainings, and control through use of PPE. Okay, at the source, actually, this at the source substitute with less harmful material. At the path, also housekeeping, immediately clean up the spill. At the receiver, wear PPE. Okay, that is one as an example how we can control the hazard based on 3 step or 3 levels. So selecting a suitable control. Number one is evaluating and selecting short and long-term control. Number two, implementing short-term measurements to protect workers until permanent control can be put in place. And number three, implementing long-term control when reasonably ably protect pro, sorry implementing long-term control when reasonably practicable. Okay, example here is a noise hazard is identified. Okay, kalau bunyi noise hazard is identified. B short-term control might be required to use hearing protections. That is for the short-term control. For the long-term, permanent control might remove or isolate the noise source. So you have to find the problem based on the source. So try to control or eliminate the source if possible. Okay, this is a hierarchy of the control. They have engineering control, administrative control, including work practice and also PPE. Okay. So eliminations, substitutions. So at the source of a hazard, so we can elimination, get rid of the hazard job tool, process, machine, or substance is perhaps the best way for protecting workers. For example, salvage firm might decide to stop buying and cutting up scrap bulk fuel tanks due to explosion hazards, or maybe on the substitutions. Sometimes doing the same work in the less hazardous this way is possible. So for engineering control, we have to control at source. Okay, that means how limits the hazard, but don't entirely remove it. Okay, example like mechanical guards, wet method for dust, ensure enclosure, isolated, okay, dilation, ventilations. This is a part of the engineering controls. So the step how you want to do the engineering control if you face these cases is first you redesign. Okay, job and processes can be reworked to make them safety. Okay, and then isolations. If the hazard cannot be eliminated or replaced, so it can sometimes be isolated, contained, or otherwise keep away from the workers. Automation, dangerous processes can be automated and or mechanized. Okay, don't put people, human there, but put automated or mechanized. Put the mechanical mechanism. Barriers, a hazard can be blocked before it reach workers. Okay, make some brick block or make some plastic block or whatever that it can be blocked. Absorptions, barrier, barrier can block or absorb noise. Dilutions, some hazards can be diluted or dissipated. Examples, ventilation system can be dilute toxic gases before they reach operator. So you can do some ventilation, a good ventilation. Administrative control, that means its function is to aim at reducing employee exposures to hazards but not removing them. Okay, changes in work producers such as writing safety policy results. That's why you have to read or you have to hear what the workers from the grounds report to you. So with this, you can make the post-mortem and also rewrite a safety policy. Reschedule changes such as length or additional rest break, job rotations, adjustment the workplace, and then also training, okay, training with a goal of reducing the durations, okay, frequency or severity of exposure to hazard. Okay, this is a step for control based on the administrative safe work procedure. So come out with the policy, safe work procedure or procedure, writing books, documentations, okay, supervisions and training, job rotations. So you have power as an administrative, so you have to do job rotations, plan the job rotations, housekeeping, repair, maintenance programs, hygiene. Okay, and the last one of the wind control is we wear the PPE. Okay, personal protective equipment. So this is a lot of definition. We have looked at chapter number from chapter number 2 or 3. Okay, so the control of last resource. Okay, this is the control. That means wear PPE. That means special clothing, eyes protections, wearing protective and respiratory protections. Okay, control is at the worker. So this is not comfortable to wear PPE, but this is a last choice. So if you can control based on the engineering, and then administrative, go ahead with that procedure or that step. Okay, but at the end, if it make it more worse, so you have to wear or you control by PPE. Okay, next we go for mechanical hazards. Okay, let's see what mean by mechanical hazards. Mechanical hazards actually based on the press machine and other machineries. Okay, from this slide, the definition of mechanical hazard are those associated with power-driven machines, whether automated or manually operated. As I mentioned earlier, so to avoid hazards workplace, maybe you can change from human operator to automated or manually operated by machine. Okay, but machine also have the mechanical hazards. Failure to provide proper machine guard and enforce their use can be costly for company. Okay, imagine if some emergency of the workers or the machines occur in the industry. So what happened? It will costly to the company. Mechanical hazards that are not properly guided are implemented in thousands of workplace injury every year. Okay? Small gain in the productivity obtained by willfully bypassing mechanical safeguard on machines can cost company huge fines and medical bills. Okay, yang tu yang bahaya. So that is what something you have to point out majorly. Sorry. This is common machine injuries. Okay, you have puncturing, cutting, power-driven shears, crushing injuries, strain, sprain, and so on. Okay, this is but this is a common mechanical. So this is example pictures of the machinery rotating machines because it's based on the gear and also the shaft. This also an expected release of store machine energy. So blade, sharp angle, because this machine when you on, it will be always on unless you switch off this machine. So like this cutting, in running nip point. So this is very dangerous. Nip point can pull hand, feet, or articles or of clothing. Okay, that means at the shaft of the gear. So if you are nearby that rotations, so sometimes it will nip. That is a nip point. So between the gears. So yang tu that can slipping that can pull your hand into the machines. Okay, pitch point. Okay, okay. So how we can control these mechanical hazards? So if hazard is not essentials to the experiments or projects, so eliminate it altogether or engineer it out. So it is not possible to eliminate the hazards, guard it. If it is not possible to guard it, must rely on training or use PPE. Hmm? Safeguard, safeguarding. That means machine safeguarding is to minimize the risk of the accident or machine operator contact. So safeguarding ni as like an individual making a contact with the machines. So flying substances like a metal chip, hot chip, when you operate with the machines caused by machine malfunctions. So OSHA requirements for machine guarding. So there are some procedure, SOP, and policies that has been written by OSHA. Uh, you can review the OSHA Act. So type of guarding, one or more methods of machine guarding must be provided to protect people from such point of operation hazards. And then general requirements where possible, guard who should be fit to the machine in question or in the most feasible location and method way from the machines. Okay, guarding a point of operations, machines requiring point of operation guard, expose the blade, and adhering fit machinery. So requirements for all safe guardings, machine motion present in modern industry involves mechanism that rotate, reciprocate, or do both. So tool, bits, sharp blades, and etc. Okay, safeguard can be divided to protect working while allow works to uh, process at the productive rate. So prevent contact. Uh, how safeguard should prevent human contact with another with any potentially harmful uh, machine part. Okay, and then be secure and durable. Workers cannot render them ineffective by tampering with both with or disable them. Protect against falling object. Mm, create no new hazard. Create no interference. Allow safe maintenance. Okay, this is for point of operation guard. That means somebody or humans operator that want to operate the machines uh, must prevent by guards. So fixed guard, interlock guards, adjustable guards. Okay, point of operation guards. Where the if you see in the picture, when the door are open, the milling tool stop automatically. Okay, interlock. So this picture below the door protects the operator in event of the exploding or shutting guiding wheel. Okay. Actually, this picture or these methods of operations can be modified based on engineering control. So fit barrier guard. Okay, examples for the rotations shaft and belting, and also for the grinder. So you have or you must have some barrel guard. Okay, or this is fit barrel guard, adjustable guards. Okay, like this when you do cutting machines. Okay, drilling machines. You also have adjustable guards on the band saw or etc. Okay, retractable guards, cutting machines, interlock guard. Okay, like this operating machine industry. Okay, this is point of operation devices. So photoelectric devices are optical devices that shut down the machine whenever the light bright is broken. We have photoelectric is some sort like the sensor. Radio frequency devices are capacitance devices that break the machine if the capacitance field is interrupted. Electromechanical devices are contact bars allowing only specified movement between workers and hazards. Pull back devices pull the operator hands out the danger zones or many of them. Okay, need point of operators devices. It is the pictures how we can control the hazards and present risk. The safety door on the drilling machine must be all closed, or the drill will not operated, or will not operate. Present sensor devices, like I said just now, mentioned just now. So another one is training. Give as the administrative control, you give training to the workers, safety training, well designed, consistently implemented, documented, refreshment courses as necessary. That means maybe in 1 year there are 2, 3 trainings of sports or occupational health and safety. Procedure controls such as lockout, tag out, limitation hours, not working at 2 a.m., body system, and so on. Okay, proper PPE. That means the last one, if you want to control, you use PPE, safety glasses. So these some sort of examples of safety, some sort of example of PPE. Regulation and guidelines. So we have the regulations based from the OSHA. Uh, that means the guideline from uh, factories and machinery regulations 1970. Okay, revised 1983. This is the front page of the guideline. So the guidelines F and M cover, this is all the regulations that covered in this guideline and regulations. Okay, you can read transmission machine, general conditions. Okay, a lot of regulation 32, grinding mills and pulverizer. So every assembly machine shall be French. Okay, that is some of the regulations. Okay, duty and liability. That's when occupier duties to comply. It shall be the duty of the occupied to comply with the provisions. It shall be the duty operator to make use of the Frenching. Okay, this is a guideline, or then you can go by this link. Okay, okay, that is for uh, 4.2 mechanical hazards, and 4.3 is on electrical hazards. Okay, electrical hazards. So we based on the electrical hazard. Electricity is defined as a flow of negatively charged particles, that means electrons, to electrically conduct materials. Electricity is a natural energy force, and it also a man-made energy force. It is essential to modern life and taken the granted every day. Okay. So what is electricity? So electricity flow through the conductor. So conductor include metal, water, the earth, and the human body. Electricity must have a complete circuit of part to flow. Okay, that means if it not have a part or the circuit complete circuit, that means the electricity cannot flow. So this is a concept how electricity works. When electrical tools are working properties at complete circuit, it maintain between the tool and the energy source. However, if the tool is damaged, the person may come in contact with the electricity and can become a path for for the current. The person will be shocked. Okay, shocked. That is dangerous when some devices that use electricity is not working properly. The electricity will go to the contact of human body. Okay, so it will happen. It may happen like the picture number two. Okay, the this one, the below one. So solve of electrical hazards, major major causes. So contact with the bar wire carrying current. So these are some sources. Working with electric equipment that lack the UL label for safety inspections. So electrical equipment not being properly grounded. Okay. Working with electrical equipment on depth, depth floors or other sources of wetness. So static electricity discharge, using metal ladder to work on the electrical equipment. So lighting strikes, working on electrical equipment without ensuring that the power has been shut off. So that has been shut off. Yeah, this is some example of the sources for electric hazard, and this is the tables showing unsafe and safer. The humans, okay, like number two, picture number two, power on metal ladder. Okay, you use metal ladder is very unsafe. Must use wooden because this is a materials that can the conductor is low compared to electron to move. Electrostatic hazards. Okay, we look on the types of electrical hazards. Number one is electrostatic hazards. What is electrostatic hazard? It is a shock from static electricity that may cause from the single discharge or multi discharges of static. Okay, it is included brick skyly rubbing a non-conductive material over the stationary surface, multi-layered clothing may cause static spark, move large sheets of plastic which may discharge sparks, static build-up in farm, grain solos and mine shaft, conveyor belts may cause static spark, vehicle tire for rolling across the road surface, and friction between the flowing liquid and the solid surface. All these sources will uh, include the electrostatic discharge, art or spark hazard, with close proximity the contact and conductor to conclude the circuit. An electric arc can jump the air gap between the conductor and emit combustible gases or dust. Okay, Another types of electrical hazards is combustibles and explosive materials. The one is lighting hazard, also improper grounding. Okay, earth wire is not improper. Equipment failure. So wet insulations can become a conductor and cause an electric shock. So don't work in a wet condition. Overheat power line. Okay, overhead power line. Survey the site for overhead power lines. Never store material or equipment under overhead power line. Maintain the distance of the at least 10 uh, 10 inch 10 feet between tools and equipment and overhead power line. Shocks and electrocutions occur where physical barriers are not in place to prevent contact with the wire. So the left picture is unsafe and very dangerous. Okay, so this is a safe, much safer. This is the material or the equipment is near the power lines, overhead power line. Hazardous electrical equipment locations. Okay, this one, class can be classes into some categories: flammables, vapor and gases, combustible dust, inedible fiber, and so on. Okay, and it's being grouping and divide by divisions, uh, and so on. So you can read this. Current effect on the human body, 60 cycle alternate current, AC current. So okay, let's go current in a highest current level at which the person in contact with the conductor can release the gaps of the conductor. Okay, free levels of conduct in the person cannot voluntarily release his or his grabs. Okay, this is dose in the current in milliampere. So effect of the human body is less than one. No sensations, no perceptible effect. If 50 to 100, prolonged contact may cause collapse and unconsciousness. Death may occur after 3 minutes of contact due to paralysis or respiratory muscles. Okay, kalau if 100 to 200 contact or more than quarter of second may cause ventricular fibrillation of heart and death. AC currents continue or more than one heart cycle may cause fibrillations. And what happens if over 200 clamp and stop the heart as long as the current flow. Okay. Difference between man and woman is based on the relative body mass. Relative body mass of the average size and man over 60 kilo AC current. It is some skills that will affect our body, okay? Will damage our body in terms of current in milliampere. So to make it more safe or safety precautions based on the electrical hazard. So this in this here is listed a, a few of the statements or uh, arrangement that safe to make it more safety. So we look on number one, ensure the power has been disconnected from the system before working with it. Number two, allow only fully authorized and trained people to work on the electrical system. Okay, and uh, a few one is another one is use fuses or circuit breaker for protections against excessive current. Mm, okay, that is a few words, a few procedure that we can do or we must do to make it more safety precautions for the electricals. Hazard. Okay, control the electrical hazards. Another way is groundings to safeguard people from electric shock. So reduce the probability of fire, protect equipment for damage. So that means the if we grounding it properly, that means the excessive current will go to the earth. Okay, grounding ensure a path to the earth for the flow of excessive current. So grounding also eliminates the possibility of the person being shocked by contact with a charge capacitor. So power surge or voltage charges are attenuated and usually eliminated with proper system grounding. Also, we can use a bonding, use a connect two pieces of equipment by conductor, can reduce potential differences between the equipment and reduce sparking. This is by bonding. Next is separate equipment grounding. So involve connecting all metal frames of the equipment in the permanence and continuous method. Next is equipment requiring grounding and double insulation. Okay, this is you have deal or you have use these devices that have this double installations and grounding. That means portable electric tools such as drill and saw. Okay, it have doubling installations. Also, a ground fault circuit interrupter. That means GFCI. Okay, detect the flow of current to ground and open the circuit, thereby interrupting the flow of currents. Uh, Log out or tag out. So put the tagging system. Mm, Workers must ensure electricity is off and log off before work is performed. So this is tagging or signations that show whether it's on or off, danger or not. Okay, for controlling the electrical hazards. So use barrel or guard to prevent passage through the area or exposes energized equipment. Pre-plan work, post hazard warning, and use protective measurements. Also keep working places and walkway clear the codes and only authorized employee may conduct electric work. Okay. So this is a willing possible attitude towards safety uh, will help make a safer working environment. Always consider these safety precautions: inspections, tool, ground, for circuit interrupter, lock out, tag out, PPE, including all the tools, all the equipment with used as a PPE, hard hat, rubber or installations, gloves, installation clothing. Never use damaged PPE. That is important and must be remembered. Never use damaged PPE. Okay, that is electrical hazard. So number 4, okay, number 4 is safe use of lift and escalators. Okay, this is also categorized in industry hazards. Okay, so we have to you have used a lot of lift and also a lot of escalator. So lift and escalators often great convenient to society. The benefit of felt not only by those working or living in luxuries, high risk buildings, but also by those living in the low cost buildings. That means lift and escalator. Everyone use it. Okay. So responsibility regarding the safe use of lift and escalator does not rest solely on the shoulder of the owner, competent firm, building management or DOS, but also on the shoulder of the user. Okay, so this is the general operation of the lift system. In general operating of the lift system, the lift car cage is raised and lowered by wire ropes. So when the shelf when the shaft rotates, the rope moves and hand the lift car move too. Happily, this shelf, motor, and controller of the lift system are all housed in the machine room above the lift shaft. That's why when you are in the UITM, especially in FKM buildings, what happened? Sometimes saw, you see the operator or the foremen come to make the maintenance for the lift. Okay, so the rope that lift the car are also connected to the counterweight, which hang on the other side of the shaft. Then the counterweight ni actually in between 50 to 100% weight capacity. So the purpose of this balancing is to convert energy. The motor has to switch stand only the difference in weight. Both the lift car and counterweight rise on guide rails along the side of the lift shaft. These rails also work with the safety gear system to stop the car in the emergency. Okay, this is the pictures and all the gathering, all the parts, all the equipments in system of lift. Okay, so lift safety system, the rope system itself. So lift are equipped with multi ropes in the unexpected event that on one of the rope snap, the remaining rope will still be able to hold the lift. Okay, lift car safety, that means gear braking system, a limit switch installed near the top and bottom of the lift shaft, um, buffer at the bottom on the lift shaft as a giant station to soften the impact, microprocessor-based controller to drive the motor with the correct amount to put the lift car more need to be, the load sensor to detect the load in the lift, and lift use two different sets of door. Car door move with the lift and landing go over landing level. Okay. So this is some of the devices that have in the lift car. Alarm button, door open close button, emergency lighting, safety aid door sensor, overload device, telephone, intercom. These devices must be operate fully functions in to prevent or to make the lift guard safety. Okay, let's talk about escalator. Okay, an escalator is a moving style chair for transporting people between floors. It contains of three parts. The power unit, consisting of a motor and a reduction gearbox. Moving stair, a pair of rotation chains lock pulling the series of steps in the endless cycle. And two traveling handrail moving in the synchronous speed with the step are passengers to hold their hands. Okay, in escalator, it also must have the safety devices, comb plate switch, emergency stop button, handrail entry switch if an object or hand gets caught on the handrail terminate and regard, uh, step chain safety switch, uh, shirt panel switch, safety notice, step demarcation line, optional safety devices like deflector brush, triangle guard provided, and step demarcation light. So, lift and escalator is based on the art and regulations also. So the law and regulations that govern the use of operation of lift and escalator is based on the Occupational Safety and Art, Healthy Art 1994. So what it said, section 15 and 18 stipulate the duties and responsibility the owner or building management to ensure fixed such as lift and escalator are safe for use. Another is section 20, duties of the designer, manufacturer, supply each of the component to ensure fit such as lift and accelerator safe to be for use. And NADOPOD regulation 24 stimulate the requirement of reporting any accident involving lift or accelerator of to Dodge. Okay, beside then Dodge at 1994. It also referred to the F&M Act 1967. It said in section 19 of FMA stipulate that no person shall be permitted to operate any certificate machinery without a valid PF certificate. Okay, certificate document. Regulation 31, 32, 33 also based on FMA, electric passenger and good lift regulations stimulate the duties of the duty of competent firms, competent persons and lift owner. This is an regulation, okay, and this is a penalty if we not obey the art or the regulations. The maximum penalty imposed under OSHA RM 50K or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 years or both. And the maximum penalty imposed under FMA is RM 100K, imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 years or both. It is penalty and safety information. Operating board and lift. This is safety information that must be displayed do not exceed the load. Children must be occupied by adults. Smoking is strictly prohibited in the lift car. Press the alarm button in case of entrapment. Emergency contact number. This is a notice that must be displayed. Okay. So another is for the escalator. This is picture. This is notice that must be displayed in the escalator also. No baggage trolley, no baby carriers. Small children must be helped. Pets must be carried when regarding escalator and so on. Do and don't. So to use lift or escalator, uh, to ensure the lift runs smoothly, press the button for the floor required only. Obey the load. Do not exceed the permitted load weight. Be careful on entering. Do not obstruct movement. Behave while in the lift. This is safe and do and don'ts in lift. Okay, you also do and don't in the list. You can read this by yourself. And safe and proper use for escalator. Do not take baggage trolley, baggage carriers. Do not try to travel in the opposite directions. Okay, sometimes we have seen this action. Okay, do not face the opposite direction of travel. Do not sit on the escalator step and so on. A lot of do and don'ts for escalator. Okay, certificate of fitness CF. Okay, certificate of fitness. The example for the company that supply lift and lift and escalator. If if they had this CF, then the lift and escalator can be installed. Okay, this notice for penalty, and this is the signations that we see in the lift. Sorry, in the escalator. Okay, so this is all the links for the videos that you can see, watch for the purpose of in understanding. Okay, so I hope that's all for today class. So I also put another link based on YouTube uh, to give more knowledge to you all to understand uh, in chapter number 4 about industry of hazards and control. So make it yourself based on these 3 hours class. Use it useful. Watching these another links of video and remember or try to also get the knowledge from the video and also from the notes that I have give to you. Okay, that's all from me. So as usually, stay safe. Don't go outside anywhere if not important thing to do. And assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.